Hey there, I'm not sure who's out there, but we are live. We're in June the 4th, and it's been a pretty flat week. Don't know if you guys have felt it. Not much going on. I felt everyone has been pretty quiet, not really planning anything, not really pushing the boat out in any way. And even outdoors, I don't know if you guys in the United Kingdom felt the same way, that people were in a kind of more serene mood. People aren't particularly bubbly. I don't know. It's just like maybe it's changing the weather that everyone's just gone a little bit flat. But I did feel the planets weren't that busy. It's almost like we're waiting for the shift, because at the end of this week, on the weekend, we have Mercury going into Cancer and we have Venus going into Taurus. So it's quite a shift up. I feel there's a lot to do with food with those two. I mean, Mercury in Cancer and Venus in Taurus. I can feel some barbecues coming on, maybe some wine tasting, some nice pavlovas with the meringue and the summer fruits with the cream, because those signs definitely get the taste buds going. And I know with Mercury going into Cancer, conjunct Jupiter, it's also going to make people feel a little bit outdoorsy, like entertaining, the two signs of catering being activated. So we might just be going into garden party, dinner party season with those two planets going on there. So yeah, so it's going to be a good shift of the energies. But the other thing I'm thinking with Jupiter going into Cancer, it'll be, well, Jupiter going into Cancer and Mercury going into Cancer this weekend, where it's going to meet up with Jupiter conjunct, is money making ideas, developing money strategies. But because both Mercury and Jupiter are going to be square Saturn, it's all about patience. So it's kind of planning for the long term. So we all need to get a little bit more motivated about our finances and money-making options, but there are no quick fixes. So do beware, actually, because those transits cause a lot of exaggeration. So you're going to be getting your grifters out there telling you about all these wonderful plans and strategies and money making, but just review them with a bit of skepticism. Because yeah, some might work, some might be great in theory. How many people are actually getting results? Always look at that. Sometimes things sound like a great plan, but it's always good to check out people who've tried it, look at reviews. I think we all need to be careful not to be taken in, because there's a tendency for people with Jupiter and Mercury conjunct to exaggerate, possibly overstate their case. So it's important to just kind of check your facts. I think that's what Saturn in Aries is saying is, be sort of confident, be steady, keep pushing forward, stay in the game, stay ambitious, but be a little bit skeptical. Don't get carried away, because the whole Mercury-Jupiter thing is kind of fly away. What we've also got is Venus, which is going into Taurus, but as it goes into Taurus, it's square Pluto. So, I mean, obviously Taurus is one of those kind of jealous signs and quite acquisitive as well. And Pluto is kind of bringing the intensity level of Venus right up. So what it could mean also in relationships, that it's getting hotter, the desire levels are going up. So that could be kind of good for intimacy, sex life, doing affectionate things together. So maybe it's the whole more bringing out the aphrodisiac food, having some quality time with a partner. Because Venus in Scorpio is kind of exclusive. Venus in Taurus, should I say, is kind of exclusive. It's not like Venus in Gemini or Leo, who wants to get out, be gregarious, and have a lot of people around them. Venus in Taurus likes to focus on the main core relationship in their life and make it better. And with Pluto, there's definitely an added impetus to work on some relationships